Hey guys, welcome back. Well, I went ahead and just finished this thing, and I couldn't be more happy. And it is just the prettiest little car ever. I'd like to have one. Um, as I'm looking at the box and looking at the car, though, it seems like on the box, something as far as not matching what the car looks like the back of the car is a little longer. It seems like. I mean, maybe not. Maybe I'm just not looking at it right, but something looks a little different. Like the actual model kit looks like it's got a little more swoop down right here, which looks better. That looks kind of ugly. But the way the car looks, and I just noticed this, looks like it's got a little more swoop down. But anyway, I finished it, and I figured I would do the video under the lights like I do the pictures. And man, it looks good. Some people have asked me, why do I take my pictures under this? Because it makes the paint look not shiny. Well, maybe it makes it kind of, it's cause it's a light diffuser. Well, it's a homemade light diffuser. It's actually a lens out of a, look at this. It's a lens out of a 4x2 fluorescent light, the new LED kind. We had one at work that was bad, so I snatched out the lens. Anyway, and I got a light right above it. So that's it. If you've ever watched Jay Leno's Garage, which I'm a big fan of, when Jay's doing his videos of a car, sometimes you'll see it. There's this gigantic light diffuser that's above it, and those cars will have the same look. It'll be almost as if the car is not real glossy. That's not the case at all. This paint turned out phenomenal. No clear coat. That's just MCW paint right out of the airbrush. 2 coats, and yep, that's it. So I did a lot. I'm learning this stuff still. It's, you think you've got it, and you keep doing it, and you learn a little bit more. So what I'm starting to do now is my first coat is just a light coat. I wouldn't say a tack coat. I think a tack coat might be a little too less. I'll lay down a light coat, and I will put it then in the incubator slash dehydrator and let that tack up for about 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. Then I'll put a second heavier coat, and because this car, I use that pink, the pink primer. I should have used maybe a darker one. I still had some places that the paint was showing the pink through, so I did that process again. I let it dry. I never even sanded it. I never wet sanded it or anything. I just did a second light coat and then a heavier coat. So it had that twice. And man, the paint is slick. It is really slick. So I'm going to start putting "so" every time I say that in a video. And I know most of you guys are like, just talk like you want to talk, Matthew. I know, but for some reason that word catches me when I do it. I don't understand what it is. Have you ever had that problem? Probably not. I've got a lot of weird problems. All the chrome has been re-chromed. I white-walled the tires, like I said in the previous video. I just stuck them in a drill on an end of a paintbrush and spun it around and took white paint and just held it as firmly as possible. The tires weren't completely, they were wobbling just a little bit, but it turned out really nice. But all the chrome is re-chromed. The windshield, I was able to tape it off, spray my black primer, spray my black base, and then spray the AK chrome bumpers. If you see body, like this is what's the Molotov? The Molotov. I'd put a few drops in a thing and paint it. So anywhere you see the chrome little things right there, and even the exhaust tips. I forgot to chrome those when I was chroming all my parts, and I was like, oh great. So I just painted them with the paintbrush, and that stuff goes on. It's like, looks like you sprayed it. It goes on super smooth. Wheels are re-chromed. Everything is. The underside doesn't have any detail at all. I didn't detail anything. It's just black. And I'll show you that. Don't like to touch the chrome. That's one thing about most of your chrome paints is if you handle it much, it's going to turn it black. So better not to touch it. But under the bottom, it's just black. That's it. I didn't do any detail. And you hear the wheels? I mean, it rolls. The wheels are a little wonky. They move, but that's okay. When you set it down, they straighten up. And yeah, it's almost like I could give my granddaughter for a little toy. I wouldn't do that, but it turned out nice. I see a little, I don't know what it is. I got to clean it off, but I see some kind of little print right there. You see that? Don't know what that is, but it turned out just cool as can be for my first Aurora model kit. It went together really nice. There was really not any problems. I mean, there's not that many parts either. Getting things aligned properly, like the bumper on the front, that it has to fit. Anyway, yeah, it's not hard. It's not hard at all. The interior looks good. Just did a little bit of detail, just painted the seat belts, did some interior or the dashboard detail, put the gear shifters and all, which I re-chromed all those, and it just turned out nice. I did not, however, chrome the Monza on the back right there. I tried it. I painted it by hand. The lettering isn't very defined, so they're sort of round and sort of almost blends into the darn body. So to try and hand paint that, it was impossible. So I just would take alcohol and just Q-tip and get it off of there. Then I tried bare metal foil. That didn't work either. So I just said, heck with it. I ain't gonna do it. I did put I did the tail lights that I like to do. I painted them inside chrome, and then I took a actually, I need to turn the light up. I forgot about that. Well, I guess it is up. Okay, maybe I can change the... Ooh. Oh, I don't know if you can see it any better, but I did painted the taillights with the testers, stoplight, red metallic. I just took it's thick. It's kind of old, so it's kind of thick and it works good. Just took a drop and just dropped them on there. Exhaust tips, the black is just Sharpie. I wasn't going to try and paint it. I just took a Sharpie and hit the end of the exhaust tips, and they look real good. It was fun. It's very enjoyable, and I think it takes pictures really well. Change that light back. When I do my pictures, actually when I did my pictures with my camera, the one was giving me trouble. I need to actually bring it back out here just to take the photographs. It takes better pictures than this camera. It just gave me problems with the video, and always gave me problems with focus, but it never really gave me trouble with pictures. So I might use it for pictures in the near future. The wheels turned out really nice. Super great detail. I went ahead and just glued the center, the spinners on there, and painted it all at one time. But yeah, I think it turned out great. I'm going to, if I take it to a show or something, I'll display it with this box because I think that's classic. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think it turned out great. And like I say, the best paint job so far with just paint. No clear at all. The panel lines, they all turned out really nice. Really, I'm so pleased with it. Oh, there was one issue. Okay, yeah, I forgot about that. So the one issue is when you get everything painted and you're ready to put it together and you get your windshield installed, the dashboard completely hits the bottom of the windshield. The windshield's got three little like locator pins that go down. And that sucker, I had to cut a lot of the dashboard out. I mean a lot, to get it to fit, because it just wouldn't. And you have to look close. If you're looking at it on a table or something, you can't see it because of the windshield. But if you look close, you see, well, do I see light through there? You see that light? I had to remove a lot of the dash just so it would get down. But you know what? It's fine with me. I think she looks great. Look at that, man. And I'm not trying to get away with anything with doing this light. I just thought, man, the pictures were so nice. I take the pictures beforehand in case I almost drop it or something, or drop it or something like that. And you know, so I'm always like, I'll take my pictures first. So whenever when I do a final, I've already taken the pictures because I'm thinking, what if something happens? At least I'll have some pictures of it. So yeah, there she is. Turned out great. I forget what year this thing was. The model kit, 1966. It says it right there on the box. 1966 version of the Chevy Monza SS, 1/32 scale, all plastic assembly kit. So yep, I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for following along on this build. Not 100% sure what I'm going to start on next, but it'll be something really soon. And hey, let me know what you think. This thing, let me zoom in. Oh yeah. I can't get enough of it. It looks way better than I thought it would. I didn't think it was going to turn out quite as nice as it did. But if the paint hadn't turned out, I think it would have just destroyed the whole build. You know what I mean? Because it's so small. If you have orange peel, then it's going to be ginormous orange peel. So getting that paint to lay down just perfect, just completely made this build. So let me grab my 130. I'm sitting on a stool because it's so far down. Let me grab my little Mustang here and put it beside it. It's a 132nd AMT Mustang that I built a while back just to kind of see what the size is. I never really have put it beside anything to see. This will be interesting. I'm sure it's a way smaller car than a Mustang. But just to reference the size. Yeah, quite a bit smaller. I don't know if that's even would be considered the same scale. I know they both say 1/32, but the Mustang, even the tires, I think so the Mustang would have, this has got 15s. It would have come with 14-inch wheels. It's got 15s on it. I made the wheels. But if that's a 15-inch tire, that's like a dang Mini Cooper tire or something, you know? So I think the scale's a little off. I don't know who got their scale off. I'm thinking maybe Aurora, because AMT seemed to be pretty good about that stuff. But anyway. All right, well, regardless, it's built and I like it. And that's what's the gratifying part. When you finish one, you say, I like it. Hey, I'm satisfied. Meets my approval with a big thumbs up in the air. Anyway, all right, guys, take care. Thanks for watching. As always, don't forget to go check out hobbynutmodels.com. Get all your hobby needs over there. Go see what Mark's got to offer you. MCW paint, model kits, supplies, and all the stuff you need to build a cool model kit, as well as my website, mcvproducts.net. Go grab yourself some 3D printed stuff. I'd appreciate it, and so would my family. All right, guys, take care, and we will see ya. Gotta get this out of there. It's not about the Mustang. We will see ya later. Take care. Bye.